focus today in our chakra series is the final, the eighth and final energy center. And this one is all about soul contracts and life purpose. And Aubrey, I'm sure, will be reading the Akashic records today. So it's going to be a deep one and a powerful one. So I encourage you to come up on stage if you have questions about that, how this is impacting your health and well-being in particular, because she's genius at uncovering what most people have difficulty finding the root of. And so that's her specialty, that's her superpower. So please feel free to ask your question and get it answered today. Okay, Dr. Wallace, take it away.
Thank you, Carolyn. And thank you, Christine, for your superpowers on the chat. Um, Hello, everybody. So today we're doing the eighth chakra, and we have run ourselves through the other seven on this last journey through the chakras on Clubhouse. I think I will take us up today, but I'm probably going to just talk about this chakra a little bit first, and then I'll take us through a meditation up to this layer at the end of the talk, and then we can discuss. I would like you to just have a little bit of a direct access feeling to this chakra. So, chakra 8 is, I feel as if this is, of all of the chakras, I have my own version of guidance on these in my own, in my opinion, of how the guides give me information. And with this one, this is the most of my opinion to me. This one, I would say, I do not feel like the expert of the eighth chakra. But I do feel like I can point you at it. And I do think if you want more help with it, I can give you some references to dive in there. To me, the eighth chakra is the North Star, is the way I think of it, or the way I talk about it on my maps and in my experience. And the North Star of our lives is essentially, the guiding star to remind us, I mean, if you want to be cheesy, where the Christ is born, right? Or where Christ consciousness resides, right? Or where your higher contract is. And so you can use your North Star to guide your life, to guide your remembrance of why you came and your remembrance of what it is that your purpose is in this incarnation, and keeping you aligned to that purpose on your journey. So, chakra 8 can be called the soul star, also, which is kind of the opposite contrast to the grounding star, right? It's the star that's above the head, up in the top of the energy field. Mine feels to me like it's up there quite a ways some days, about probably 3 to 5 feet up above me. And I feel that this is the bridge or the access point kind of to our higher self. It seems to me like this particular chakra is the point of our individual differentiation, almost like a lens of us starting right there, that gives us access, if we need it, to kind of the non-local or the Akash, if you want to call it. The Akash records to me are kind of like the records of everything that's ever been, right? And ever will be. So it's kind of, to me, my point of access to the non-local reality, so what we share. And this also includes, karma from the past, or, I imagine this is what I'm accessing when I read people. I'm not sure I even know where I get the information. I just know that I go up and can get that information. In order to balance this to me in my own personal meditating, I use the phrase "I know," because when it feels like I'm in alignment with my higher self, I feel like I'm in knowing or wisdom, and I feel I use "I know" at that center. The color of this to me is white, or like white light or gold sometimes. And I've had some people where it looks bluish white. um, and I would invite you when you do the meditation today just to see what color is yours. What color does it look like for you? And the frequency of the soul star is considered to be 1074 for my sound healing gurus. Um, Most of the information I find out there about the soul star talks a lot about trying to use crystals to align yourself to this higher access point so that you can, do healing or travel, astral travel, or go across the Akashic records, or it's a higher level of connecting in on the spiritual plane. And so if I do find that crystals are very useful with aligning here, and to me, the ones I use probably the most are selenite and quartz, clear quartz. But other ones that I think are probably useful would be kyanite. Is pretty good for the kind of cleansing, balancing, and I feel like kyanite helps sometimes with support team help, like getting your support team aligned with you. Selenite itself is just really cleansing, and I think selenite helps people ground to their earth, ground to the sky is what I call it. Selenite grounds us up. And lithium quartz is also a really nice one for calming, bringing a calming energy if people are having a lot of anxiety. And phenakite is the one I think a lot of people use for accessing Akash records. Kind of that's the idea. I haven't used that one myself, but it looks appealing. So this is our bridge to our higher self, or a bridge past just the individual expression of us, or the individual incarnation. And when we're on our North Star, when we have a sense of purpose and we're aligned with this, what this is generally gives us a very strong guiding force in our life to bring us clarity on our decisions. It can help us remember where we've been and why we are here and how we want to impact life. I like to think of this part as like it's a remembrance of being almost like a child of the divine, right? You are a divine child, separate from everyone else, and individual and special and amazing in your own unique way. And when we align with that, we are guided by that. Then I think it makes it more possible for us to cooperate and play better together in the world. This is also, to me, the birth and rebirth area. So when I'm working with people on a medical intuitive reading and they get a 8 on their guidance on the contract, I think of it as your contract is up as a part of what's happening in your health right then, or in your life process. So usually it comes in for one of two reasons. It'll come in to say, you are on your contract, go for this. And yes, whatever is happening in your life may look challenging and difficult right now, but you're aligned, so keep going, right? Trust yourself, trust what you know, and move that direction. That's when it comes in as a strength on the map. When it comes in as an imbalance on a reading, oftentimes it actually it's either a change of contract, so it means like a contract that some process of a contract in the life cycle is ending, and maybe beginning, or a beginning of a new contract is happening. And I think that the contracts seem to me like they've been able to do a little bit more rebirthing in lately than I'm used to in the rest of my guidance years. And it seems like a lot of times people were kind of on one big contract for a long time through their life, and it may be my ability to only see differently in this recent time. But it seems like people are kind of going through contracts a little bit faster right now. They're able to access to this aspect helps them to align with, this contract is done for me. I'm letting go of this aspect of my life, and it is kind of a rebirth of a new life within this life, of a new contract going out to the new thing. So a lot of times we don't have a complete, my purpose is A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I think we all live our purpose no matter what we're doing. I do think being aligned and aware of that purpose is really beneficial and feels helpful, very helpful in feeling confident in decisions and choices in one's life. It also, when we're aligned with our purpose or aligned with our star, there I find that you have more energy, you have more superpowers. You have a feeling of life having meaning, and it just makes us incredibly resilient. I don't think that it's necessary for someone to know. In fact, a lot of times I feel like the people that have come up to me in my life and told me, my life purpose is A, B plus C plus D, E, F, and I was this in my past life, and this in my future life, and this is what's happening. And sometimes those people are really aligned with their contract, and it feels like they're on. But oftentimes, that kind of experience to me in the past has at least been people who are trying to come up with something that they think that other people need them to be or think they need to be in order to be on their contract or on their purpose. And that's more of an ego based level. I find the people who are most aligned with their soul stars are children, and the elderly. Like, oh my gosh, like they just align, they're aligned effortlessly when the mind lets go and when you just allow yourself to follow who you are there. It's almost like just a beautiful light above you that just guides you through your life. And it doesn't have a lot of the all of the it's more like a bridge than like a dissertation. It's not that level to me. And I feel like when it's in balance, it's almost like an effortless, playful, energetic knowingness of divinity that goes through it. And when I see it's out of balance, is usually almost always from indoctrination, or dogma that has limited someone into thinking that they need to be something other than what they are. And so they begin to adapt, and they begin to think that being adapted and adapting and accommodating in their life is the best choice for getting through life. And they kind of feel like a disconnect from something, that inner knowing, that inner higher self part. When I was going to prepare for this, I kept hearing the prophet Khalil Gibran has a saying on children. He says, "Your children are not your children. They are the sons and the daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but they are not from you. And though they are with you, they belong not to you." And I really like the Sweet Honey in the Rock version of that too, if you ever want to listen to them singing it. But that is a central principle for me here with the Soul Star. And I think where I see this being rough for people is a lot of the when we lose that sense of this, it can cause some big imbalance in terms of identification with life, right? Like with engagement with, this is my life. I can do what I need to do with this life, and I have all this potential and have all this meanness to bring to the world. And when I see people just get disconnected from this, it's almost like their lights off. They they feel lost, and sometimes, and they this can even get as bad as the suicidal sort of layer of things. So, what else do I want to say? It feels like I want to step lightly into atheism here. I don't. To me, I guess I've had such a long time of feeling like a complete knowing and awareness of the divine, and part of that is because of a direct experience with it. It's childhood, and in particular after a near-death experience in my childhood. And so to me, it's not a question most of the time whether there's an access point to something greater than us. And I don't know that people are not able to do their contracts when they aren't aware of that connection to their divinity. However, whatever words are right for them. But I do think when they feel as if there's no meaning to life, I do see this cause the imbalances I was talking about. A lot of fear, and a lot of need for dogma, need for high level indoctrination of their own mind to keep them in a path to go in one direction. All right, that one got a little thick and karmic. So,
Oh, but I don't think there is a more important conversation than the one we're having today, because so many people, as you said, are lost and disconnected from their divinity, from their true nature and purpose, which leads to all kinds of imbalances mentally, emotionally, physically, health challenges, all of it. And so let's see what we can do to help people out in this regard today,
yes.
and have us just jump right into the readings. And I know, Claire, you have to pop off soon, so
Carolyn, I do want to do a brief take us up, can I? Because the
oh
energy
yes,
is
of
real heavy.
course,
Yeah.
of
So I'm
course.
sorry.
So
Can we?
sorry.
That's okay. I just didn't do it. So
Yeah.
let's have everybody take care of yourselves. If you're driving, we're going to power up a little bit more quickly today. So if you want to engage with the group, I would like you to be present with us and bring your energy to connect into us in a big circle in your mind. If you are driving or busy doing something else, please just set that aside for a second. We'll be connecting. There we go. Thank you. All right. And we're going to come to your grounding star. So feel yourself under. Yes. Thank you. And we're going to say to yourself, I am grounded. And feel the energy of the group collectively grounded. Nice. Now we're going to raise up this energy up as a group, almost like a disc, up to the root center. So it's going to come up to the root center level. There we go. And we're going to move it up past into the sacral center, which is right below your belly button. And we're going to, in this one, we are powered up. You can say, I am at full power, or I am peaceful is a nice one here, or I am safe. There we go. And we're going to move the energy now as a group. Beautiful. I am safe. Let's move the energy up to the third chakra center. We're going to rise up, bring the disc up all the way to the third chakra. We're going to open up that third chakra layer. And you can say, I am okay. I am ready. You can shine your star in your belly, which may be a reflection of your upper star. There you go. And then I would like you to bring up the energy up to the heart center where we all connect. And feel us connect through our hearts, raising the vibration to that level. Very nice. Thank you. And we are loved. I am loved. I am love. Yeah. Yeah. Wonderful. Okay. And now we're going to, again, raise the vibration up to the throat chakra level. So let's bring this vibration disc up to the throat centers, feeling yourself align into your own personal truth. I live my truth. There we go. Align with integrity in who you are around your own authentic truth and expression. Yes. Then we're going to come up to the sixth chakra. Let's raise that energy up to the third eye. If you feel inspired, feel your third eye, big, huge eye in the middle of your head. Open it up. And we say, I trust. Beautiful. And then we're going to raise up to the crown chakra, allowing our crown chakras to open to the optimal level today. There we go. I surrender. And now, if you want, on your own individual level, reach your energy way up above your head until you reach to your soul star. See if you can access that soul star above you. If you need help, you can say, I know, or I am. There you go. And you may want to experience, what color is your star? How high up is it? What happens when you bring your energy up there? What do you notice? And then if you are doing anything else, I would like you to come back down into either your heart center or your third eye center with your energy. And if you're staying engaged in the readings, you're welcome to explore that. I'm going to maintain the openness of mine so I can help other people. All right, now I'm ready.
Uh, Carolyn lost power, and so she'll be back on in a minute or two. Claire asked to go a little bit early because she has a 1:30. So if we could start with her, Claire, if you want to take yourself off mute and ask your question, that would be wonderful.
Thank you, Christine. Hi, Claire.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear somebody. Where are you?
It's
There you are.
me.
Yes, I
Yes.
can. Hello.
Um, Thank you so much for the space. And I think definitely birth and rebirth. And I've had everything from medical to losing loved ones to a tree just fell in the back of my car this morning from the rains. So I'm
Oh,
just
darling. Okay,
so
I'm ready. Yes.
I know, and then one of the hospitals I do coaching for has said, we don't have any more money to extend your contract. I'm in
Whew.
full surrender mode. So
Okay.
um
Just you want to just go up and see what they got?
yeah, I just want to go up and
Let's
see
do,
what's
let's just
going on.
you got it, darling. Let's just go to the top here. So Claire, if I can get my circuits just right on you. Okay, so you just told me, and I guess I don't have to, but this is you have a full clear out of your life right now. So you are a really good. This feels like a perfect explanation for an eighth chakra. Thank you. It's you are at you have. It feels like you finished your contract already, and they're telling me about 4 months ago is when that kind of ended, and now you're in a clear out phase in between. I do feel like the new contract is already there, and you already, I think you already have a sense of it. They're showing it to me as like a golden light, kind of up in front of you. So it feels like if you look for your North Star, I think it may be gold, if that's helpful. And it feels like the sun, right? So just let yourself feel your movement. Your internal is going to be more important than the external world right now. The external almost looks like, to me, it almost looks like a hurricane coming through your life. So it's like kind of just washing away everything in life. And then it's going to be all clean and ready, right? And if you can, just keep yourself, you need to be meditating, is what they're showing me. You've got to be meditating daily right now. And you should be able to access that light right inside. I actually feels almost like it shines in your head. So you might try when in your meditation, go up, connect to the light as much as you can. And then don't worry so much about what that next part is. You just connect to the feeling of the light. All right? You don't need
Okay.
to know the words for that. As far as your action steps, you're not don't worry about it, right? You're good. It'll be taken. If it's going to go, it's going to go. So your surrender is your best choice right now. You're just going to let it move out and clear out and allow that to be effortless for you if you can. Just let it happen, right? And then keep your work is going to be on aligning internally, not necessarily because you have to, you're going in the direction you need to, but because it will be easier for you if you do,
Yeah.
because you'll be able to feel your connection more smoothly and with clarity.
Okay. Thank you so much. It's been a lot.
I believe you. So you got
Okay.
something beautiful coming, it looks like.
Okay. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Aubrey. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Claire. Well, Aubrey, you
She's back.
yeah, right in the middle
Jay,
of
oh
that,
my God.
literally all of the power went off in my house, all of it.
Oh, oh,
So
honey.
you are powerful. I don't
Well,
know what you were connecting to.
or you, my love, you are powerful.
Ah,
So yeah,
okay, so
we are powerful.
we are powerful, or we're just switching to a higher timeline. That's what it is. Different
Yes,
energy.
I bet.
Okay, so Shannon, you're up next.
Hi, lovely.
Hey, sweetie.
How are you?
Um, I'm wondering if, since we're all connected, that we might be able to tell me what is in maybe either my Akashics, a contract that is dictating my health.
Okay. All right, you ready for this? Because they're telling me to tell you to do it for yourself. You ready to go?
Aw.
I'm
Okay.
gonna, but with you right now. Let's go. All right. So I want you, yeah, you're already in. So can you feel your crown chakras open? You're already up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now I want you to go, they're showing me go up about 2 more feet above your head.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you ask, what do you notice up there?
It looks like a temple.
Yeah. Okay. So does it look like it has stairs or anything that would give it an ordering?
It just has steps that go up into the temple itself.
Beautiful. So why don't we have you go up the steps? And you're going to be intending, for the record, contract for health in your life right now.
Mm-hmm.
And are you inside already, or do you want to go in? Can you ask respectfully to be let in?
Yeah, I already did.
Yep, already there. All right. Do you have your record?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you open it?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Do you have your information?
Yeah, yeah, it just says that I've already cleared it
Great.
and now I just don't believe in it.
Well, that's subtle.
So
So,
I'm thinking I need to
can
I
you
was talking.
shut it? Can we try this? I want you to shut that record, please.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I want you to choose another.
Just
Pick.
just choose one. Just don't whatever comes to me.
I would like you to choose the highest path of health for you. Pick an akash around your highest health contract. I believe you're on the contract of teaching now. That's my thought, having played with you. But how does health align with the teaching contract?
Okay, so it
There you
says,
go.
yep. So it says that I had to struggle so that I could help a lot of different people with a lot of different issues.
Yes. There you go. That's
Yeah,
a heal. That's actually wounded healer, right?
yeah.
There you go. All right. Don't forget to come back down.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you for
You.
playing.
Thank you, Shannon. All right, Stacy, you're next.
Thank
Hi.
you. Hello.
Welcome
Um,
back.
Thank you. Glad to be back. Um, I am open to
Okay.
whatever. Yep.
All right. Let's see what we can do with Stacy today. Oh, I may still be in the temple. Just a second. Come on down. There we go. Okay. Stacy. Getting my wires going. Hold on. There you are. Okay. Ah. So I'm feeling some sadness with you today. And see what they want me to say here. I'm hearing disappointment is sometimes part of the journey. Does that make sense?
The saying makes sense. Yeah.
Not in your life right now, right?
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Help. Let's see, making sure I'm on my clear record here. Ooh, we went way up, didn't we, Stacy? So I'm not sure what's happening because I feel like I'm on the right channel. But what I feel when I come into your field is literally just pure presence. There's kind of a space of steadiness. It feels like a beautiful flow. Um, it's got absolutely no information in
Oh.
it. I feel like it's just like a beautiful, empty, present flow feeling. So I'm like, well, how do uh, maybe it's a potential. It does, it feels a little bit just like waiting, right? Like a space of beautiful waiting, a peaceful waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in that space, if you want, you can ask literally anything. It's like you go into the library, you got 7 million books. Would you like a book?
I like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you are the library. So that feels important. Um, I feel like, and I need to apologize. I think the disappointment message may have been for someone else. So I will just say that it felt like a flavor that came in that transition.
Gotcha.
So uh, nobody nobody needs to download disappointment.
Okay.
Keep your space open,
Yeah, I
right?
rejected
Yeah.
it. Don't worry. No,
Thank you very
no.
much. Open space.
Okay.
I I
I received that.
Yay. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Thank you, Stacy. And Nina, you're up next.
Hi, Nina. Welcome
Hi,
back.
Dr. Wallace. Hi, everyone.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm doing
Yay.
well.
Good. How can we play today? What you feeling?
I, I'm open to whatever comes through.
All right. See if we can get you. Nina. Okay. So mostly what I'm seeing for you today, I don't know if we're just in the eighth chakra fully today, what's going on, but I see you, they're showing me an arc of your life, and it's this beautiful light arc of, it's very beautiful light arcing off across the horizon of the world is like what I'm seeing right now. It feels like you are being lifted and called in that direction. If you are already aligned with it, you're beautifully aligned with it. And they are showing me sometimes it feels like it's dragging you around. Like your feet, it's funny, your feet are dragging, but it's like you're not dragging them. They're almost like stuck underneath the earth, and as this vision of your life is pulling you forward, it's like the feet are just kind of caught under the ground a little bit, and it's still strong enough and magnetic enough to pull you right out of the earth there and move you forward. I feel like it's almost like the earth is trying to hold on to you, just like, hold on, we got you, we want you to stay, we like you here too. So it feels like a very strong magnetic pull forward in your purpose, and also kind of a strong pull back from the earth saying, we're keeping you anchored. So what I would suggest for you might look at how your grounding star is. Like really look at see if you feel like you're grounded every day, and you may want to do a little bit of work with that grounding star, and make sure that because your soul star is lit up for sure, darling. So see if you can bring your grounding star and light that up a little bit more. It'll bring you kind of to an upright balance, right? Feeling, so that you don't feel like life's kind of tugging at you. Does that make any sense?
Yes, that makes all the sense. Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
so
Yeah.
get to play grounding star. All right.
Very affirming. Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Thanks for playing.
All right. Thank you, Nina. And Bethany, you're next.
Hello. I don't know if we've worked with Bethany. Bethany, you have to push your mic on the bottom. There, we got it.
I was trying to push the mic by my name and that was not working.
I understand. Well, you found it. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Hi.
Um, I'm also just pretty open. I don't really,
Okay. Have a particular question?
yeah, I guess the closest thing to a question I would feel is where my healing, like my embodiment,
Okay.
might come in and to play with my eighth
You
chakra.
you got it. All right. Embodiment. Bethany. There we go. Okay. Um, you, Bethany, you feel when I come into your field, I feel like you have a lot of life, my love. You have a lot of life in and around you, and It is almost a little tiny bit hard to breathe with how much is in your world.
I've currently
Uh,
got a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old circling
yes,
around me.
getting it done. Okay. And I feel like maybe animals and some other things all playing in. So it feels to me like you're I feel like you are embodied, I guess would be the answer to that question. But it feels as if you're kind of trying to limit yourself into your heart center, almost to the third eye center. It's like you're kind of compressing your life down to those two areas. So you're intuiting and you're feeling and loving, and I feel like possibly carrying people a little in the heart,
Mm,
a lot of people. And so there's a feeling of like compressing yourself down to these little things so that you can be enough and have a way through. What I feel from that though is it feels kind of it would seem like possible that every once in a while you'll feel like you're in this dark tunnel and all you can see is this little narrow range of light of your life, right? And it's easy to say, well, I love my children, I love this part of my life, but it feels almost as if I need you to open up and you want to actually be able to connect with your own source and spirit so that you can feel all of the colors and all of the light in your life. There's a sense there because you've narrowed it down just to kind of manage the amount you're dealing with. And I think that makes sense to me, but it feels like if you can open up to the flow. So for you, definitely grounding star and then possibly the soul star working. I do think you might want to work a little bit with the grounding star and a little bit of some daily meditation to see if we can get the sacral center up, third chakra cleared out, up to the heart, right? And then working your way up in meditation to these upper centers because I think it will bring more color to your life in a way that feels empowering and easy and playful and effortless and expansive, right? Instead of feeling like more and more and more. um, does that make sense?
it does actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you would, it may be worth working with somebody or doing some work where people can help you or just doing kind of a daily grounding work. They are showing me go online, go play, find
Mm,
find some meditations online, see if that'll help.
okay. Thank you.
Oh, it's nice to meet you.
You too.
All right. Thank you, Bethany. And Laura, you are next.
Hi, Laura.
Hi. Had
How
to
are you
hop off of
today?
mute there. I'm good. I'm good. How are
You
you?
made it. Good.
I
How?
did. So I had a reading with you about 4 months ago, and
Oh,
you
yay.
told me, yeah, you told me to check in about 4 months.
All right.
So here I am, and I do wonder about my hormone balance,
Okay.
and I've gained a little weight. I kind of think I know why, but I'm wondering if the hormones could impact that.
Okay.
But we talked a lot about my contract. So the
Okay.
fact that it's eighth chakra day is kind of telling.
Okay.
Like I signed up for a medical reading, but we talked so much about my contract and water, the intelligence of water, and connecting with the feminine. And yeah, I'm
So,
curious what's coming.
okay. So wonderful. Let's see if we can go back into help you out there. So when I do readings, sometimes I have no memory of anything, so you have to stay
Yeah,
with me.
I
Okay.
figured. Yeah,
All right, Laura.
maybe that's good.
Yeah, well, kind of like it's not my information, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
All right, Laura. There you are. Okay, so what I'm feeling right now with you is I do feel like water is almost like magnetizing to your body right now because if you have this field of intensity that it feels like is coming out of your will and your heart. It feels like you're driving through your life almost with your will. And I do feel like the water in your life is trying to like cushion or hold you together. I don't know quite the right words. It literally feels almost like it's just being magnetized to your body, which is a very strange, that's a strange feeling. So hormones, so yes, cortisol plus a side order of cortisol would be what I feel there. See if they want to give me anything to help with that. They're showing me you want to work with coming to a balance with exercise where it's actually feeling like you're pushing yourself enough that it feels relaxing at the end. it's not pushing yourself too far one way or the other, if that makes sense. What else there? What I'm feeling is the best way I could say that is you want direct access to your own eighth chakra, my love. You want to go up, okay? And you want to go up and you want to access that and experience it directly for yourself, because the minute you do that, and they're showing me you may have, I feel like you were either on the top of a mountain or like you're either like biking or running. I don't know what you're doing, but you're like outside, you're on top of the world. And then it's a sense of like seeing up to the stars, right? And there's that North Star that's way up there above you, and you have this feeling, you have this expansive feeling of that. And I feel like you're probably on endorphins at the time you felt it. So remember that moment, reach up with your consciousness to feel that expansive flow feeling, and then connect into that feeling to lead you. Because whatever I tell you is not going to get you there as fast as that particular feeling does. They're showing me you're trying to get there with the exercise, and it's not the exercise that's going to get you there. It's the intuitive, it's the energetic. So use your knowing and rise up. You can even use your remembering of that feeling, and just bring more of that feeling in, and rise your energy up as high as you can, as often as you can, until you feel it connect up there. And then I literally feel the water just like evaporate up off of your body. Did that make
Yeah.
sense at all?
Yeah, it resonates a lot with what's going on in my life. I'm
Okay.
shifting what I do, trying to.
Okay.
Work is more intense and more demanding than I've ever experienced, so that's what you're sensing there.
Okay.
And I have been, for months now, probably since we spoke, I'm a student of Joe Dispenza and like putting your
Awesome.
body into that feeling of what you want to feel.
There you go.
I'd been doing that so much, and so honestly what you're saying is like, just keep going. Keep doing what I'm doing is what I'm hearing.
They're also saying, like, I don't know how to explain that.
Or maybe
They're
don't try
showing,
so hard.
well, no, they're showing me the feeling you're putting it at is like 2 feet below the one they want you to put it at.
Oh,
So you
okay.
want to go up higher, and it's less effort. It feels like the feeling I get is literally like when you like if you've biked up a mountain or something, and you're like standing across a whole valley, and the whole sky's open, and you're out there in the middle of nature, and it just feels expansive and open. That's the feeling I have.
So the analogy that came to me just now, I heard it the other day, is it's like you're in an airplane and you're at the turbulence level. You've got to get above the turbulence.
Yes, you are
Okay.
not in turbulence.
I got to
Yes.
go higher. Okay, I'll
There you
go
go.
higher.
Go
I'll go
higher.
higher. I will.
You got it. All
I
right.
will. Thank you.
Yes.
I love it. You should do a whole call on just how to connect, Aubrey.
Or like 8 calls.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Next
Yeah. It
series.
might be the next series.
Yeah. Okay, thank you, Laura. And Shipra, you are next.
Hi.
Hello, Dr. Wallace. How are you?
Good. How do you pronounce your name?
It's Shipra.
Beautiful. Shipra. That's beautiful. How can I help?
I was just hoping if you could read about my spiritual progress. Like, is there something that I'm not doing that I should be doing, or is there a block, or is everything okay? So basically, how my spiritual health is.
Okay. So we'll ask for spiritual health. All right, Shipra. So just a second. We're having some. There you are. Okay. Okay, so when I come into your field, they're literally almost showing me an embody map, which isn't as usual when I do these readings. And when I get a read on an embody map, I'll get a picture that I will draw for people. And when I come into your field, I'm seeing a picture, and what I see is they're showing me a map where you have a great big head. So when a person has a great big head on a map, it means that you're living a little bit more in your head than any other aspect in your life. So a lot of it's about how you're thinking and what you're identifying with your mind a little bit more. And so that what I'm feeling there is the mind is trying to measure, trying to measure where am I at and how can I achieve where I'm at. And honestly, my love, that is exactly the opposite of the eighth soul star to me. The soul star would be the opposite of that. Um, the mind is develops like that when we kind of lose our connection into our sense of not having to be or do anything that we aren't. Um, so let me see if they can help me give you anything to help with that. I would say first, I want you to just kiss your mind. Like, just love your mind as much as you can. Appreciate how beautiful it is, how intelligent it is, how amazing it is, how adaptive it is, how it has kept you in all aspects of your life safe and made you get through all of this. It is engaged in it and it is consumed and it has played the games and it has done all the things, and I want you just to love it and thank it for that. And I also want you to feel how it's always going to be limited by itself. And that is so beautiful of a mind, right? Our minds are so beautiful. They try so hard all the time. You might check in and see, hi, mind, are you tired? Do you need a rest? Do you need just some drinking of divine nourishment through your crown, right? You want to feel the nectar of sweet peace come in and trickle into your being. You are already all you ever would need to be. You are a divine being. There's no work in that. I think that's all I'm supposed to tell you.
That is beautiful. That is amazing. Thank you. And you were so right. Yes, I do tend to be in my mind a lot. I am trying to not do it, but it's just that I do not know how to not do it because that just
Yes, I understand, believe me. Just love it. Every time it comes up, love it on purpose.
I will. Thank you so much,
Okay,
Doctor.
nice to meet you.
Thank you, Shipra. And I just wanted to take a moment here just to remind everybody, if you would like to go deeper into any of the readings that you get today, you can reach out to Dr. Wallace on her website. We'll put the link in, and you can do a full medical intuitive reading just like this, but way deeper for 75 minutes with her. And she does this amazing body map along with that. I don't know, Aubrey, if you'd like to share anything more about your in-depth sessions.
Um, they're incredibly fun. they,
Yes, they
the
are.
main, the main thing is the map helps you to embody that concept and look at it every day so that you can use the colors and use the picture and use the map to anchor yourself into the feeling potential of where you're moving towards in your life, right? So it's an embodying map. So the idea is to help you get a simple, easy, direct route to a feeling state that will move you towards your direction of health.
Yes, exactly. It's an incredible experience. Highly recommend.
Thank you.
All right. Kate, you're next.
Hi, Kate Jacobson.
Hello, everyone.
How are you?
So happy to talk to you. I'm
Thanks for coming
thrilled
back.
and just blown away by this incredible, just beautiful guidance for everyone, which, I feel like everything applies to everyone in some way.
Oh, yes. I hear you.
And it's all such an incredible gift.
Thank you for coming.
I am just mostly open. I have been doing a chakra meditation, which is new to me,
Okay.
pretty much every morning. And I am finding the past few days that there's something kind of, um, I can't think of the word, but something going on with my heart chakra that I'm noticing every time. Some
Okay.
kind of, something complicated, I think.
Okay.
Also have been having early waking, and I'm just like, I can handle it. Sometimes something comes through and I find myself writing at that time.
Yay.
Other times there are dreams. Other times it's a little bit annoying. And so I'm just curious in the general context of whatever comes through, if there's something there.
Gotcha. All right. Those are related, I'm supposed to tell you. So let's start there. Kate. So the first thing I'm just supposed to tell you is this is a sacred time. And they're showing me you have known what the sacred is your whole life. I feel like that is your contract or something. Like that has been your contract. That is in your freaking design, right? You are designed for sacredness and you have been for forever, right? Pretty much. So it feels like right now is this time where they're showing me fingers coming together, like bringing the fingers together in. You can maybe even you're supposed to do that literally. So line your hands up like a prayer, and then bring your fingers, intertwine your fingers together, so that they're touching each other. That seems like something, and then they're showing me to cross your thumbs one direction and then also cross them the other direction and feel which one feels better, which direction the thumbs crossing feels better. And then they want you to do it the opposite way from that with the thumbs. And there's a sense there of bringing you into, when you're doing your chakra meditation, bringing you into just a little bit of challenge in that heart center by that simplistic discomfort of the thumbs. You have full alignment of the hands and discomfort in the thumbs, and they want you to get comfortable with that edge. That's a sexy edge, okay? And then at the end of your meditation, maybe, and it feels like what I really breathing would be really good. So you might find a breathing meditation you resonate with, or they're showing me an 8 count breath would be good. So you'd go in for 8, and then hold for 8, and then out for 8, and then hold for 8, right? If you can do it. And then at the end, you're going to maybe the last round of 8, you switch your thumbs back to the comfortable. Okay? And it feels like you're practicing. That may help because it feels like they're doing the same thing with you with the early morning wake up. They're trying to take you into your heart center. They're taking you to the edge of your discomfort, and they're helping you work that edge because that's the juicy edge of growth, and that's where everything comes from.
Wow.
Okay.
I've been having thoughts about, like, hands have been in my mind.
There we go.
So
Now,
that really resonates.
awesome.
Thank you
Awesome.
so much.
Thank you for coming.
I love that. Pick up that information just so spot on. Okay, Tanya, you're next.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you
Hi.
today? Welcome
I'm
back.
good. Thanks. Thank
Uh,
you.
how can we play today?
I'm just open to see what you see.
All right, Tanya, what do we see?
Or what you feel.
See, feel, no. Yes.
No.
There you are. Okay, it's very strange, but I'm getting your teeth. They're like teeth. So I feel,
Okay.
in particular, I'm feeling teeth and I sometimes in backwards, but I feel it on the upper side, left side of your mouth. It feels like there's something maybe going on with some resonance in the tooth on the back there. You may want to check that out. Um, it seems like it's causing almost a weird feeling into the ear on that
Hmm.
side. And then I get a little bit of kind of I wouldn't say I don't really have good words for that. There's a little bit of energy down in the throat center. It doesn't feel bad, but it feels just slightly down in the throat with that tooth feeling.
Okay.
Does any of that make sense?
Um, I don't notice anything on the left side.
Okay.
Um, maybe on the right occasionally, but nothing.
So I will tell people, I am sometimes with my guidance, I am exactly 180 degrees off. So I will
Okay.
get the exact symptom occasionally on the opposite side. So let me see
Okay.
if the guides will tell me which, sometimes I don't know if I'm switched or why that happens, but it does happen. Help, Tanya. They're just saying get it checked. I do feel like there potentially is a bacterial infection. Just doctor brain for that. If you have a root canal or if you have something that might be an implant or a root canal in that area, sometimes that can get a little inflamed and cause some other stuff.
Mm.
Usually, if that does that, it causes kind of downstream infection type picture or kind of a chronic inflammatory picture. So if you're having health problems that would be in that area, you probably want to go look at teeth. So you might try a holistic dentist, and if you need references, just send me a message. I'm happy to give you a holistic dentist reference, or maybe Carolyn knows one too.
Uh, okay.
All right,
Okay. Interesting. Thank you.
that went a different way.
Yeah, for
All right,
sure.
all right. Good
Okay.
luck.
Thanks.
Okay, yes.
Thank you, Tanya. And Carolyn with a K as well.
Hey there,
Hello.
Carolyn with a K.
We got
My
Carolyn's with
husband.
K.
Yeah, it's very, 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 very rare that you ever see another Carolyn. My mom pronounces it Carolyn.
Oh,
Mm,
beautiful.
beautiful, yeah. Thank you, ladies. This is, yes, I would love a reading on health.
Okay.
I've never, this is so interesting. I've never seen anyone on Clubhouse do intuitive reading on health. It's usually for other things like, finances, romance, career, but health, that's a good one. Think
Okay.
yeah, thank you. I'm interested.
Thank you. So let's see if we can play into the realm of health for you. And it's Carolyn, you said, right?
Yes, it's Carolyn.
Carolyn. Make sure I get it right. All right. Carolyn. There you are. Okay, so they're giving me very specifically for your health. We have stress is about 72% of anything going on with your health. And they're showing me diet slash nutrition is about they're showing me 2 to 3%. So if you're putting a whole bunch of energy into your diet, I don't think that's the way to go. You want to look at stress as the primary factor that's impacting you. Let me see if they can give me anything else. I do feel a tiny bit of allergy going through there, also just kind of a reactions to things. Oh, not tiny, 42%. So what do we got here? Allergy. I do feel an environmental allergy there. Food. And I do feel a big food allergy there. Emotional. Mostly at food, actually. So environmental and food. So I think you might look at, if you haven't gone down that pathway, to look at food allergies more than dietary changes. And then your stress factors would be something we can play at if it makes sense to you. Let me see, is this a 7? And there is a piece of that that feels like systemic stress on you, but I think this is also personal stress. So I feel like there's both systemic and personal stress hitting you as the primary. Does that make sense?
Yes, I'm just going through kind of walking that boundary into which was I was going to actually ask you this first, but I'm walking that border between retirement and going back to work.
Gotcha.
And so I'm stressed because part of me is thinking because of the way the world is changing, how I thought I was going to be prepared for retirement.
Yeah.
I'm stressed because I'm thinking, oh, should I go back to work? And I was going to ask you to see if my guides was telling me, "Yeah, you probably should go back to work." So that's probably pretty much where my stress is coming from. Food, that's interesting because I don't know how to. Usually, if you have an allergy to something, wouldn't it show up somewhere? Like I don't break out, I don't cough, I don't sneeze, I don't wheeze, I don't
Yeah. Let
have
me ask.
any discharge or anything.
Sure. Let me ask what the symptom is with this food symptoms. So the only symptoms I'm feeling in your body with the food allergy, I feel a little bit of constipation feeling on the bottom left side of your abdomen, and like I said, I might be backwards today, but it feels like it's right below the belly button, kind of down a little bit off diagonally. And then, so I feel like it may be slowing down or feeling more constipated. I do feel also kind of a drying of the skin. Drying of the skin. I feel a little bit of kind of almost like a drying, particularly on the back of the neck, back of the head, and the back of the legs. Anything else? They're showing me that you tolerate it pretty well. Like you're tolerating the allergy pretty well, and they're showing me there basically are two. So let me see if I can get the two for you, if that would help. Two foods, gluten. So gluten, effective gluten is sorry. Gluten has a different allergy for you. I do feel it a little bit on the stomach, but the gluten allergy feels like it causes like almost like a spaciness, mental spaciness feeling in the brain. I wouldn't say that's all the way to brain fog. It just feels a little bit more like it's kind of like spacing out, can't quite focus, can't get aligned, right? Maybe that's brain fog, but it doesn't feel heavy. It just feels spacey. And then what's the other one? Somebody just yelled cheese. I don't know why, but all dairy or cheese? I feel like cheese. I don't know. I'm sorry. They're just like cheese. So there's a feeling of cheese. And so you might see that one. I really do fill in the drying and the constipation feeling. Do those make sense?
Yes, I do. When I prepare, like I will make a vegetable omelet, and it's so
Yes.
funny because when you think you're doing the good things, like I'll make veggies with mushrooms and peppers and onions, but yes, I will throw cheese in there, but not a
Yeah.
lot. It's like I'll sprinkle some cheese in there, and I might have that maybe twice a week, not a lot. Now, cheese yesterday may have been a big thing because my daughter had made some lasagna, but I
I
don't eat
don't.
cheese every day.
I don't think I think your nutrition stuff's not off, darling. It feels like it's not the problem. So it may be that anytime
That's
you have a,
stress.
yeah, if it's stress is your main one, and then the food part, it does feel like if it's an allergy, you can even doing less sometimes can be a little bit more aggravating for it. So maybe just watch for the symptoms, right? If you eat cheese and the next day you feel more dry or you feel like you're constipated, that'd be an easy way to play with that.
So to reduce the stress, do they think I should go back to work?
This is an easy thing. I want you to feel these two paths in front of you. So see two paths in front of you. To the left, you're going to say, go back to work. And to the
Okay.
right,
Oh,
you're
so you're
going,
saying, oh, right now, I'm sorry. See
yes,
two paths in front of me. So
there you
the
go.
left is go back to work, and
And
okay.
right is don't go back to work.
Okay.
Okay. And now you want to just, does one light up
Oh, you mean what does one light up?
for you?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the one you do. Could you feel how your stress immediately went down?
Yeah.
That's what happens when you align with your gut and your purpose, right?
I'll remember that.
Your energy immediately comes back. There you go.
That's interesting. No one ever gave me that vision. That's awesome.
Wonderful. Thanks for playing with
Thank
us.
you. Ashe,
Yes.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carlin and
Safia.
Sophia.
Hey, Dr. Wallace. Hey, everybody.
Hello. How are you?
I'm all right. How are
Yay.
you?
I'm good. What you feel like playing with today?
I'm feeling pretty open.
Okay.
The general feeling, if there's anything, is like I feel like I'm right there at a push through, breakthrough, and there's a
Okay.
block.
Okay.
Um,
Got a
but
block.
yeah.
All right. Let's see how we get you today. Okay. I'm sorry. They literally have you like, it almost looks like you're a baby and your head is like jamming against the cervix. Like you're just like hitting your head against the cervix. Like I'm ready to be born. I'm ready to be born. And it feels like the cervix is not ready quite yet.
Uh-huh.
It isn't. But that's how it gets ready. So that's how the uterus gets ready is the baby gets to pounding a little bit, right? Not total. We get both of those with the hormones. But there's a piece of it is the engagement of the baby. So I think all I'm going to tell you is keep pushing, darling. You know, be gentle with your head, but you're actually initiating the process. You're pushing the river a little. I'm also supposed to tell you take your rest points.
Mm-hmm.
So push, rest, push, rest. Okay, and they're
Mm-hmm.
showing me that might be something like meditate twice a day on it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, go play. Do happy things, delicious happy things in the middle. Because you have just a little bit of space left before this whole nother contract. You should go party.
Mm. Okay, yeah, that feels right. Good
Okay,
reminders.
there we go. Enjoy the space while you have it.
Okay, thank you
All
so
right,
much.
great to talk to you.
You too.
I'm great, Sophia. Okay, Erica, you are next.
Hello, Erica.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you? Thank you for coming.
Oh, wonderful. Thanks for having me.
Is there anything you would like us to explore today?
Well, what drew me to the room was the title, so
Okay.
some medical stuff.
Awesome. Do you want to? So, with the medicals, sometimes it's easy just to give me one condition and then I can break it down for you, or we can go for just the top. What you feeling?
Off the top. Off the top.
Okay, let's try that. So,
Thank you.
Erica, health, what your guides want you to see. All right. There you go. All right. Um, okay, so the main thing I'm feeling when I come into your field is actually this is my category 8. Is this chakra 8 or category 8? This is category 8. Okay, so just a second. The primary thing I'm feeling from you is that you have lost energy and you're kind of losing energy. And it feels like your energy is kind of flowing out of your heart in the front, which is confusing to me. So I'm trying to get some clarity. Um, they're telling me this has to do with the dead. So it either is that do you know if you're are you already a medium?
Um, that's a loaded question for me.
Okay, sorry, a
I've been
little
yeah, I've
pokey.
been told that I have gifts, but
Okay,
I don't think that I've tapped into that yet.
I got you. Okay, so don't worry, it'll get worse.
Oh my God!
Okay, all right, because your energy is being drained out here because you're not lining up with your gift. Okay, so the more you don't, the more heavy it's gonna feel, and it will just continue to feel like there's all this heaviness on you, and it feels almost like it's a feeling of like I don't think it's going to bring you closer to death. I need to say that. But it feels like when we get closer to death, it's taking you into that energy of death. It's like it's trying to make you feel that energy so that you're not so scared of it, right? Because the dead don't actually feel like death to me, if that helps. They feel very much not like death. Sometimes they do. It's kind of complicated. But what I feel like might be really helpful for you is try to find out about this. Go after this a little bit. Get a little bit of development. This has been done by many people for a long time, and it can be something that you do have a conversation with a medium, right? That and I recommend Melanie Jade Mitchell, who is my wife, and I am definitely biased, but she's freaking amazing. So have a conversation with her about, what is it to be a medium and and why am I afraid and mediumship is not something you're required to do. You don't have to allow the dead in. What I do think might be happening for your health though is that because you can make the choice, you could say, yes, I'm on my path, I do my thing, and I decide not to do mediumship today. Have a nice day. I'm not calling anybody, right? I'm not going to open that channel, and that's my choice. But if you do it without being conscious of that choice, it drains you. Does that make any sense?
Um, when you initially said losing energy, I was assuming that you were going to say something about my blood and my iron. I recently had an iron infusion because I'm so severely anemic.
Darling.
Um, so that's what I thought you were leaning on. So I just want to make sure that I understand so that I know what to do because I'm gonna go to someone, maybe your wife, and say, "Listen, I need somebody said this, and I need to do this."
Okay.
So you're saying spirit is trying to connect with me or open up this gift of mediumship within me, and what it feels like to you is that I'm resisting it. Is that what it is?
See, I feel like my words are a
Oh,
little off.
you just went really low. Why can't I hear you?
My thing just went off. Can you hear me now?
You sound low. You were so clear before. Am I the only one?
Yeah, no, it sounds like you're far away, Aubrey. Now I can't quite hear you. Maybe, oh,
Yeah, I can't hear.
maybe, are you back? See if
How
I
about
hear
now? Is
something.
that better?
That's better.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
It's better.
Let me see. I have.
I hope it wasn't one of my ancestors that just
It's like, welcome to the world of mediumship. It gets to be a little complicated. So, yes, they do jump through devices, but I'm gonna leave
yes.
that alone. Okay, so Erica, what I felt, I guess I'll try to be real clean with my read so that I'm not embellishing too much. Okay, what I felt was like the energy's coming off your heart center, and it felt like it's being like you're losing energy off the front of your heart center. And
Okay.
what I feel is that you're not connecting in as much energetically from your third chakra to the earth, right? So those guys kind of feel like I can't feel them. I can't feel the connection there. And then I feel like you are connected at the back of your neck, back of your head, but the crown chakra and the crown chakra for you, I think, is always open. Like you just live there,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but what I'm feeling is this combination here, where spirit kind of has access to you, but you aren't grounded and anchored into your ancestors, it might be a little challenging for you. Okay. So I guess easy thing, I don't, but like, I feel like I don't want you to do that for some reason, which is strange to me. Like when I think, well, she could just go into a grounding star, my feeling is no, do not do that yet. Like, I feel like the
Okay.
moment you align in, it seems to me like when you do connect in down there, you're going to have deep access to a lot of information on that realm, and I think that could be a little bit intense or extremely intense. So that would be where I would go and see if you're drawn to Melanie. And just Melanie is not just a medium; she's incredibly intuitive, and she will
Mhm.
help you align with whatever your goal is. Right. So
Okay.
have a conversation that says help. That's something like that. And I have anemia, and I don't know why, but I think it's spiritual. It sounds strange, but yeah, she'll help.
Okay. It's
Okay.
funny. I was my mind was like she's gonna say something about my spirituality, even though I asked what's
Even though
going
it's a help,
on,
always,
and that's
right?
exactly what happened.
I
Okay.
will. I also hear beets.
You hear what?
If that helps, I also hear beets. You can eat some beets. Eat beets. There you
Oh,
go.
beads. Ah,
Yeah, that
yeah.
also will help.
Iron. Yep.
In
Okay.
particular, golden beets, which are not usually that good for that, but for some reason I see
Well,
golden
none of
beets.
them are good to me, but that's
There we
okay.
go. Maybe that's why I still like them.
All right. Well,
All
thank you
right. It
so
was nice
much.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I love that. Thank you so much, Erica. And we'll post Melanie's contact information in the chat. So you just
Thank you.
swipe to the
Oh,
right and
excellent.
everybody can see the chat there.
Excellent.
And yes, she is amazing. Amazing. So, yeah, the body does respond as we're speaking about um, sacred contracts and living from that. Sometimes our body gives us the heads up and wake up call to deepen more fully into that. Yeah, Dr. Wallace.
Oh yeah, sometimes little joke. Yeah, yeah. There's
Okay.
it's all spiritual except for when it isn't, right?
Yeah.
Even the root canal sometimes is spiritual. So
Yep.
yeah.
Okay. So Cheryl, you're up next.
Hi Cheryl.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you today?
I'm good. So good. Thank you for taking my call.
Thanks for coming.
And anything spiritual or physical help, anything that you're led to share is beautiful. Thank you.
Awesome. So we'll just go up and see what they got. Cheryl. There you are. So when I come into your field, there's just a sweet feeling of you. You feel um, you feel like a soft kindness to me, uh, and I feel like you feel like someone who might I would I don't I'm trying to interpret a feeling, but it feels like maybe like a star being that has been aware that they are a star being trying to walk through this planet a little bit, and it feels like you have a beautiful way of observing and listening, um, such beautiful softening. I feel it feels almost like it in a way it's almost like you're invisible. I don't know how to explain that, but like people don't see you. Um, they do feel you, and I feel like you might do some of your best work in the world just standing around places. Like I really want to be in line with you, like or have you near me in a store or near me in a coffee shop or something. I don't know. It feels like you don't necessarily even need to engage exactly on a direct level to have a big impact in on others and on just on the world. Does that make sense?
It's so beautiful to hear those words being said. And it does sound strange and kind of hard to describe, but it really does resonate with
Oh,
how I feel about being in the world. Like
thank you for
maybe
being
off to
here.
the side or with a camera, but just not necessarily big and engagey, but I feel everything. And I don't love putting myself verbally or physically like front and center. But yeah, I like to, yeah. So thank you so much.
I think Spirit would like to say, you are felt. Thank you. We feel you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, so beautiful. Thank you, Cheryl. And Michelle, you are next.
Hello.
Howdy. How you
Hi
doing
there.
after the last one?
Well, great, great, but
Good.
just, pushing right along.
Yeah.
Um, I'm now in Illinois. I'm about 4 or 5 days out from leaving the country.
All right.
Yeah, and I thought that I would be here in the mother and fatherland, having a really nice visit before I leave, and it's been very emotional and
Yeah.
bonding because my mother, I think, is about to pass
Oh, honey.
soonish.
Okay.
So I'm just sort of curious about how, where I am. Yeah,
Got,
just
gotcha.
eighth
Just
chakra,
check
whatever
in.
comes up. Yeah.
Yes. All right. We got you, Michelle. Okay. I am so sorry, but what they're giving me is literally the colon. Uh, it feels almost like you're at that part of the end of things. Like it's like uh, it's not quite constipated and it's not quite moving. It's just like the colon is full and we need to just let go at its own pace in
Mm,
this phase, and it isn't comfortable
mm,
and it isn't terrible. It just is.
mm.
And it's very there's just some shit in there. Excuse my French.
Yeah.
Yeah, that needs to be moved, right?
Uh,
And I don't this level of intensity at the colon level. You're clearly in a full seventh chakra process, right? So
mm,
you're already there. Colon is the seventh chakra organ for me, and
oh,
I think your eighth chakra is no problem. You're already on your contract. You know that.
mm,
But it was called, I heard, 6 months back at least, 6 to 8. So it
yeah.
feels like, yeah, you're already going. This is the process you're in is to pay attention. And this is a very physical aspect of letting go, which sometimes the
Oh,
crown chakra can do.
okay.
So they're showing me I feel like spend time with your mom.
Yeah,
Like,
I
yeah,
have. It's
yes,
been wonderful. We've
yes.
had a very problematic relationship, and this has been very healing and really awesome.
Moving some shit. Go, girl.
Yes. Thank you.
My pleasure. I hope you have an awesome trip to Hawaii.
Oh, no, it's not Hawaii,
Oh,
it's
it's
Europe.
not Hawaii. Oh,
Yeah.
it's Europe. Okay,
Europe.
keep me updated.
I will. I
All
will.
right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
bye. Bye.
Okay, that takes us to the end of this call for this series. The chakra series has been incredibly powerful, and you can always go back and listen to each one of these from the first through the eighth. And moving forward, just keep in touch, be part of the club here that Dr. Wallace has for more announcements about what's coming down the pike. Dr. Wallace, do you have anything that you'd like to share before we close out today?
I would. I'm kind of being drawn to ask if people would like to just reach out to me either through the chat on the website or just connect. There's on the website and let me know what you would like us to cover on Clubhouse. Maybe if there are other ideas that you would like me to explore. I definitely have my own plans on tools and things, but if there is feedback you'd like to give, I'd love to hear it of where you'd like us to go with this or if this platform is a good one for you.
I know it certainly served so many people over the course of many, many months now. And I've heard so much wonderful feedback from people about how well served they've been and how spot on you are
Thank you.
and what a difference it's made. So if you want to go deeper again, also reach out to Dr. Wallace via her website. The link is in the chat, or it's draubreywallace.com. And again, you can reach out and share your ideas and what you would like to see her do here or on other platforms you can join her on. And definitely sign up to her list because that's where you'll hear about what's coming. All right. Thank you
All right.
so much, Dr. Wallace and Christine and everybody today who joined us. It
Thank you,
was
Carolyn.
amazing.
Thank you so much, Carolyn and Christine, so much for all that you put into this.
You're so welcome, hon.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you, everybody.
All right.
Thank
Goodbye.
you. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank
Bye. Have
you.
an
Send
Bye.
amazing day.
you too.
See you
All
next
right.
time, Carlin.
Yes, Carlin.
Cool. Awesome.